Welcome back to Bluebell Island for episode 19 with me, MrSealyp. Well, I have to say, as if this day couldn't get any weirder. What time is it? 6:25. As far as this goes, I cleared the field. We ended up with 81,492 litres of chaff off of field 7. When I first did it, I got 42,000, so not quite double, but not bad. Somebody messaged to say they'd be interested to see how this is going to look when the clamps fall. I'm not filling this clamp. That was what I was going to do. I was just going to do that as an experiment to see how much more I got off that field compared to when nothing had been done on it. What I want to see now is whether this will blanket, because of the fact this is all kind of a bit weird. Well, it will. So anyway, it's blanketed. That's the main thing. That's ready to go. I can leave that. Now comes the weird bit. Well, not weird. I use these words, I bandy them around. I had a phone call. A very interesting phone call. A local islander. I'm trying to think which way the island might be. I think it's this way, isn't it? Anyway, regardless, one of the local islands. The farmer that owns the island is a lovely gentleman called Baris, who I've known for quite some time. Well, Baris has taken on a contract. Like you do on the islands, the little contracts on the different fields, and his contract is for sunflower. He has to fulfill that contract. Now the problem he's got is he's got a lot of other fields with different things in. He's got a pig farm which he's producing a lot of his crops to feed his pigs, so he's predominantly a pig farmer. My question is, why would you take on the contract? But he has taken on the contract to provide sunflower for a rather large company, as far as I'm aware. Making like vegetable oil, that kind of thing. I think sunflower oil, that kind of thing. Anyway, he can't fulfill the contract, or not all of it anyway, so he's had a bit of a panic. So he's rung me up and asked me, can I help him? So I'm being subcontracted by him. He's going to pay me for sunflower, and then he's going to sell it on to them. I'm assuming I'm going to get a slightly lower rate than he's going to get, but at the end of the day, why not? And to help me with that task, he has sent over some machinery. Now this is no different to when you do any other contract on a field. The farmer provides you with the equipment, you do the contract, you get paid for it. Brilliant. I don't own this. This has just been kind of lent to me, really, in a way. And the plus side to this, and there is a plus side, is this. The plus side is that I can use what he sent me any other time because it's here on the island, but I do have to fulfill the contract. He wants sunflower in 10,000 litre kind of bulk amounts. I have to bring it here to the old docks, to this sell point, and it will be collected. I'll get paid. So it's a win-win for me. What he has sent me is this. The Sampo Rosenliu Comia C6, but even more interesting, I haven't used one of these, only on contracting jobs on different maps I've played on. I've got a Helianthus header for doing sunflowers specifically, and not just any old Helianthus header. This is a Stark Industries Helianthus header. How cool is that? What a wicked bit of kit. Anyway, so this has been sent over. This is for me to use to fulfill the subcontract. Now the thing about that subcontract is, looking into my, well, what I've got at the moment anyway, I have got, let's see, fruit types. I've got one field with sunflower in at the moment. However, I can repurpose fields however I need to. Field 7 will need to be seeded. That's now been, I've fertiliser spread that, and it has been cultivated. That's ready for a new seeding. I'm going to put sunflower in that. I've got a few fields here looking at growth that are on dark green. I don't own 6, I don't own 21. 17 and 16 are ready to harvest. 5 is sunflower. So what I'm going to do is repurpose some of these. Once they're ready to harvest, I'm going to harvest them and then put sunflower in them and try and fulfill as much of this contract as I can. Now I don't know how much I've got to do. All I know is he wants it in 10,000 litre chunks, so to speak. So what I'm going to do, before the sun goes down and it gets too dark, I'm going to get over to field 5 and try to fulfill the first part. I don't think I'm going to get 10,000 litres off of field 5, but it will certainly be a little bit on the way towards it. I might stick it into storage, and then once I've got 10,000 litres I can take it and sell it. That's the plan. So I'm going to get this thing over. I do like the Sampo Rosendy. Such a quiet harvester as well. Looks brilliant. Now all I know for definite is that with the Helianthus header the harvesting is quicker, as far as I'm aware. Turn the beacons off now. It's quicker. It will run at a faster speed with a Helianthus header than it will. Now you can do sunflowers with a standard, is it standard header or the corn header? I'm trying to remember which one it is. But the Helianthus header is designed specifically for this, which means it should be a lot quicker. We'll see how we get on. Try and get this done, and then get this field repurposed. I might buy another one actually before I start. Let's just jump out. What field have I got next to me? Field 6, isn't it? Which has got at the moment OSR in it. I might buy this, then repurpose that, repurpose this once it's harvested, and for 7 I can have all these through as sunflower fields. That might work. What are they asking for, and how big is this field? 61,000, that's not bad for just under a hectare. Gonna buy it. So once that's ready to harvest, I'll harvest that. This will be repurposed for sunflower. I can crack on with the harvest next door. Subcontracting. Don't know why I've never thought of doing it before. I've lost myself. Where am I? There we go. Let's get cracking. Control on, so rather than harvest at 6 miles an hour, it will harvest at 9 with the Helianthus header. Speeds up this whole process. Yeah. Don't think the yield's going to be that high. It's doing 10,000 litre chunks. I'm definitely going to need more fields of sunflowers in, but that's not a problem. Sort that out. I'm going to get about 1,000 litres per strip. Actually, I'm not sure why I turned the header off and just lifted it. That would have been easier. Actually, a thought's just gone through my head. I don't know if I've got any sunflowers in storage already. I might have. So I might be able to fulfil the first 10,000 litres with what I've got, if I'm lucky. Actually, what I will do, if I stick a couple of headlands in either end, that might make life a bit easier. Right, I shall continue. See you in a minute. Unfortunately, the capacity of the Sampo Rosenlieu, or just call it the Comia C6, I'm using Comia, whichever, isn't very much. So I've grabbed the Massey Ferguson 3090 and Massey Ferguson 140 trailer. We'll unload it. I think I've got 5,000 litres in storage, so I should be able to meet the first 10,000. So look, how we're looking. Perfect. We'll need some fuel in this actually. It's looking quite low. Let's get the window open. $4,200 with the 5,000 I've got already. I'm looking at about 9.5 maybe, so not far off 10,000. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, pass open the door there. How do I manage to do that? Ah, yes. Okay, back on it. Isn't it strange that 3 miles an hour, and it is 3 miles an hour, 6 to 9, 9 miles an hour seems so much faster. It's so weird. It's not really that much faster, but it just seems really rapid. While the sunflower harvest is being done, I have sent out the fleet, multitasking before bedtime. I've got one Massey Ferguson on field 16, which is doing soybean. I've got one Massey Ferguson on field 3, which is doing the wheat and leaving the straw swath for more straw bales. I've got the New Holland T6 on field 7, putting in sunflower, believe it or not. And it's nearly finished. It's done a brilliant job on here. And I've got a worker just finishing off on field 5. I've also started fertiliser spreading on here, and then cultivating will start ready for the next crop coming in. I'm not hanging about, I'm trying to get as much done as I can before it gets too dark. That's the plan. That'll be 2 of my fields that are ready to harvest done, or 3 actually, including this one. Field 17 will need doing, that's a bigger soybean harvest, that might have to wait. But actually the yield on this hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's actually been incredibly good. The question is, will it be over 10,000 litres? Might be, you know. Help the Jays complete their task. Oh, that'll be field 7, it's just over there. See, greenhouses on the side of the hill, getting that sunlight from the early evening. Perfect, right. Let's open that out, empty the last bit in. Have to find another home now for a harvester. Don't know where I'm going to put this one. What I might need to do is lease, or don't really want to buy a standard header for this. If I'm going to use this when I'm not doing sunflower, I need a normal header. Turn the lights off. But Baris, I hope you're happy. First bit done. Let's see how much I've got in here. Oh, 9,771. Not quite 10,000 litres. But with the 5,000 litres I've got in storage, that puts me on my first 10,000. Now, over at the old docks, the price is pretty poor. I'll say the price is pretty poor. What Baris is going to pay me is pretty poor. Baris, I'm waggling my fist in your direction. It's fine. At the end of the day, all of this is extra. But I'm going to wait for the price to come up a little bit. I'm in negotiations. Let's put it this way. I'm haggling. Perfect, right, so in storage I have now got sunflowers, 14,882 litres, so not quite 15,000, which is pretty good, I have to say. Brilliant. Helper D is the need full grain tank. These harvesters are cracking on at a pace. Let me put this, actually I don't want to put this away, I want to unload a harvester. Which harvester is it though? Helper D. Probably this one here, I would imagine. I'm not going to get to in time, am I? No, we'll be on the wrong side again. There you go. Don't start. Well, full-on Massey Ferguson loving going on here. The 3090, the 140, the 27 cut header. Away it goes again. Right, what I'm going to do now is get onto field 5, get that fertiliser spread and then cultivated, and hopefully get some sunflower back in that. This will need to be baled. Ah, got another one of those weird ley lines right across the middle of the field. Fantastic. So everyone and everything is pretty busy. I've got, actually that's a good point, I've got 12,518 litres of wheat off of field 3, which can go into storage, but I might as well give some to the pigs now just to top it up, because I think their feed does need sorting out generally. The light is getting worse. Let's get the light on. Took a fair bit. rest will go into storage. I have also been put onto an option for cultivating, something I hadn't considered, but I might give it a go. Trying to avoid these chickens. It's not going so well. Plus, I need to get some fuel into this. But for now, the trailer can go back. Yeah, it's what's it called? It was a mod out probably a week or so ago, maybe a little bit longer. RC Max 2. It looks like a kind of roller setup, and I kind of ignored it initially. It does sound that it can be used as a cultivator. It's a roller with spikes, so it's kind of aerates the ground, can be used as a cultivator. 6 metres wide. It only requires 80 horsepower. And as far as I can make out, it's quite cheap too. So when I got the Unia, which is 5.6 metres, or 5.4, 5.6 metres, it was quite expensive to buy. So as an option, I may look at it and have a bit of a fiddle around. I keep doing this, trying out bits of machinery and equipment. If it doesn't work, or it's expensive, or there's a problem, swap it out. Try something else. I think what I might do is whiz up to the store now and have a look, because it will come in handy. I'm in the middle of doing 4 different fields, I think, plus I need to bale one as well, don't I? Busy times. Lots of sunflower going back in the ground. I do have a cornfield over there, and 9 needs harvesting for pig food. The way the money's going and how much the fields are, I should be able to buy probably some more fields very, very shortly. Again, that's the plan. So, I don't know what it's going to be under. Whether it'll be under cultivators or like rollers or something like that. There it is. There you go. Lizard RC Max 2, 9,500 compared to the Unia Combi, which was 36,000. That's 5.6 meters and requires 120 horsepower. That's 6 meters and requires 80. According to the configuration, the roller can be used with function of cultivator to prepare field before sowing, or roller can be used with the function of sprayer. I think I'll get it as a cultivator. It can also be used in weeders. Okay, well there you go. Cultivator, weeders. I think we'll go with cultivator. Oh, let's buy it. I can always sell the Unia, because the Unia, I'll get money back. I'll make money on that deal. So it seems a bit of a no-brainer, really. So it's got spikes all across there. I suppose, yeah, like a roller. Well, it's worth a try. If it works, fantastic. Save me a bit of money. Requires lower horsepower. And it's slightly wider, so I'd be mad not to try. So, with the sun dipping, I'm at field 17 with the rollers. I've got a full trailer there, 16,000 litres of soybean. The harvester has finished and it's right over the far corner. But let's give this a go. Don't know how well it's going to work. It rolls. And those spiky bits in the ground are cultivating. So for about, what was it, 9,500, a third of the price, not quite a quarter of the price of the Unia, with a wider working width and less horsepower requirement. Not a bad option. This mod, who was this mod by? Pepe? I think it's Pepe978 and Team FSI Modding. It's very good, although those rollers don't always seem to roll. Well, it's doing the job anyway. That's the main thing. And that is about it. I've got grain to put away, soybean to put away. I've got some fields now to seed, which have been fertiliser spread and cultivated. I've got fields 7 and 5. I've now got sunflower in. And another day comes to an end. I will probably see you again in the morning. Oh, that's blocked. But I will probably carry on doing a few jobs here and there into the night, just making sure everything is as it should be. Back on again. Fantastic. And yeah, I'll probably see you in the morning. Whether there'll be more sunflower to do or whatever's next. I do want to do a little bit of logging actually. Haven't done any logging. So probably do a little bit of that. Hope you found this interesting. Another little twist in the story of Bluebell Island. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.